Welcome to the news at 7, streaming on CBS News Philadelphia and on Philly 57. I'm Jim Donnelly.
And I'm Janelle Varell. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. We're going to talk about the cold next weather forecast. Meteorologist Kate Bilo in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere.
It is the wind and the cold today. That's the weather story. Let's talk about just what it's going to feel like outside. Three things to know. This morning, the winds are picking up quite a bit as the morning goes on, as that cold Arctic air makes its way in. Feels like temperatures dropping to the low teens in spots this morning. And throughout the rest of today, temperatures likely stay at or below freezing. Feels once again like the teens. And you really have to dress for these feels like temperatures, because that's really what your body's going to respond to. It's going to react like it's 18, not 32 degrees. For the rest of the week, it stays cold until Friday. Friday, some improvement as we head back to the 40s. Then we're tracking the chance for rain later on Saturday. So as you get the kids out the door for school this morning, again, we've got temperatures in the 20s and dropping actually through 9 a.m. as those winds pick up. 26 degrees, 28 at 10 a.m. and we're only headed for a high today right around the freezing mark. Some spots staying in the 20s all day. So again, it is scarf, hat, coat, boots kind of weather. High 32. Coming up, we'll talk more about the rain chances for the weekend. I'll send it over to Kim.
Well, we are looking busy right now along 95, northbound with the taillights, southbound with the headlights near Academy Road, but no accidents or incidents right now on 95 along that stretch. But on Market Street, both east and westbound, we have some fire department activity. That's between 2nd and 3rd Street, so be prepared to be directed around all of that. Route 30 bypass eastbound near Route 82, we do have a crash that's blocking the right shoulder and part of the right lane, part of that entrance ramp too, onto Route 30 bypass, so be prepared to move over. On Reeseville Road at Route 30, we do have a crash in Cowan, so be prepared to be directed around that crash as well. Route 1 southbound before Business Route 1, this is in Bucks County. We have had this disabled tractor trailer here for about an hour, so everybody please be careful if you're taking Route 1 southbound. Be prepared to move over to the left in order to avoid all of that. And also, we are looking good along Route 42 northbound going into Philadelphia from South Jersey. Janelle?
All right, thank you for that, Kim. City leaders say it was a curveball they never saw coming.
Sixers are no longer planning to build a new arena in Market East. Instead, they're partnering with the owners of the Wells Fargo Center to build a new arena in South Philadelphia.
CBS News Philadelphia's Brandon Goldner joining us live to explain what's next. And Brandon, there are still a number of questions about this new deal as well. Good morning.
That's right, Janelle and Jim, good morning. And we're trying to find answers to some of those questions. Those questions include when construction will actually start on this new shared arena between the Sixers and the Flyers, and whether city leaders can trust the business owners following all of this controversy regarding the Market East Arena. This is a multi-pronged deal between the Sixers ownership group, Harris Blitzer Sports and Entertainment, and Comcast Spectacor, which owns the Flyers and Wells Fargo Center. Besides working together to build that new arena in South Philly, the companies will try to bring a WNBA team to the city and help revitalize Market East and its surrounding neighborhoods, including Chinatown. Remember, Market East is where the Sixers were originally planning to build a new arena, following a contentious public debate and strong opposition, particularly from those in Chinatown. But Sixers owner Josh Harris says NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, among others, nudged the team to come together with Comcast. Opponents of the Market East Arena say they're cautiously celebrating the announcement, while city leaders call this a win. Though CBS Philadelphia questioned Mayor Sherelle Parker on whether she can trust the Sixers and Comcast to follow through.
I'm prepared to meet this moment. Now, did I know? Was I at the meeting before the meeting to say that this negotiation was going to take place? Absolutely not. But guess what? I'm still the CEO of this city.
We are so proud and happy and relieved that Chinatown, a 150-year-old community, will continue to stand strong. But let's be clear, it didn't have to be like this.
Despite this change of plans, the Sixers say they still plan to have the new arena constructed by 2031, though Comcast CEO says that timeline could be accelerated. Now, once that new arena gets built, as Comcast spokesperson says the Wells Fargo Center would be torn down. Jim.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Appreciate that update. And there are still a lot of unanswered questions about the new arena plans in South Philly. As soon as we learn more about the project, we'll have the latest information on air and online at cbsphiladelphia.com. Another news this morning, a 5-year-old boy is fighting for his life after a crash involving 4 cars in Philadelphia's Frankfort neighborhood. The crash happened just after 7:30 last night at Aramingo Avenue and Wakeling Street. Police say they found the boy in one of the vehicles with severe head trauma. He was rushed to St. Christopher's Hospital for Children in extremely critical condition.
Preliminary information, 3 of the vehicles were stopped at a red light on Aramingo facing southbound. When the 4th vehicle struck one or more of those vehicles and caused a chain reaction accident, causing a 4-vehicle accident. We believe that that striking vehicle was the vehicle with the 5-year-old boy inside and his mother was driving.
Police continue to investigate the cause of that crash. A historic black church in Newcastle County, Delaware has been hit by a car for the 3rd time in less than a year. Cleanup is underway at St. John African Methodist Church. Most recent crash involving a stolen car happened Monday morning. According to Newark police, before the crash, officers tried to pull the driver over, but the driver sped off. A person behind the wheel and a person inside the car were hurt. The church was badly damaged.
Just unbelievable. Unbelievable, but I do believe that God is still in control and that we're still going to be restored and made whole again here. We're the oldest African Methodist church here in the city of Newark. We was the first black church here in the city of Newark and been here since 1848.
Pastor Hackett told us that services will continue in the fellowship hall, which was not damaged in the crash.
And now to a demand for answers and accountability in Allentown after police say an item resembling a noose was found on a city employee's desk. Yesterday, people gathered outside of City Hall to call for change, transparency, and also an immediate federal investigation. Genesis Ortega, who's with the Allentown mayor's office, says the administration has confidence that police will, quote, get to the bottom of what happened. Ortega is also asking anyone with any information to come forward.
Our colleague was threatened. This was an act of terror. This was a hate crime. She's a black woman with black children, and it hurts me to see this because this will bring in fear.
We are committed to making sure that every employee feels like they're safe here at City Hall. You know, it's terrible to think that something like this can happen, not just within the City Hall, but within the city, within our country itself.
In a joint statement, Allentown City Council President and Vice President say they are working to hire an outside party to complete an independent investigation starting at the end of this month. Philadelphia police are searching for a pack of vicious dogs on the loose in Fairmount Park. 2 men were attacked, and officials are warning the public to stay clear of the area as their search continues. The dogs were first spotted Friday morning at Shimoni Drive and Ford Road. Police and ACT Philly animal control officers, they attempted to catch one of the dogs, but the other dogs became aggressive and they say tried to attack officers before they ran off.
The police officer on scene fired a shot at those dogs. He missed, but that startled them enough that they ran back into the woods.
Officials believe the dogs were likely abandoned by their owners. Officers caught one of the dogs with a wire trap. That dog, we're told, was euthanized. The 3 remaining on the loose are described as 40 to 60 pound pit bull mixes. An update now on a story we first shared with you last month.
Well, the mother of Eagles defensive back Keely Ringo has her dog back more than 2 months after it was stolen in Port Richmond. Traylee Hale Ringo reunited with her dog Molly last night at the Philadelphia Police Department's 24th and 25th District. Last month, police released a security video showing Molly leaving a Target store with a group of 4 people. Hale Ringo says someone recognized Molly at a New Jersey Wawa and contacted police.
She's just always with me. There's never been this much time that she's not been with me. And when she came out of the back, she just was shaking like she couldn't get her feet, together. She just couldn't get down fast enough to get into my arms.
Truly a happy ending here. We're working to find out if there have been any arrests in connection with the dog theft.